Are they considered a super team? Because I've been seeing that God knows how long. I'm saying no, because it's how they built their roster throughout the years. So let's start off with Blaze. Are they a super team? I say no.
No, because what the standard of a super team always was like a big three, and you're talking about perennial all stars or legends, future Hall of Famers, and we've kind of touched on it the last few weeks where the super team is kind of dead. The big three is not really needed. We saw the Nuggets do it without a definite big three. We saw the Celtics do it without a definite big three, but they have stars. I mean, there's a difference between stars, superstars, and the elite legends, and actually, let me reverse that. They are a super team, the new kind of super team, which has a superstar, has depth, plays great defense, and with really fast pace. Pardon the pun. So I guess in a way they are. They're the new kind of super team that we've seen the last 3 years.
I would say I agree a little bit with what Blaze is saying. I would say they're like an organically built super team. They drafted really well. They've made the right moves in free agency. Like when they traded for SGA, no one expected him to turn into a league MVP and 30-point plus scorer every night. No one saw that coming. I'm sure the Clippers didn't see it coming. I mean, that
Yeah.
Paul George trade has to be the absolute worst trade in NBA history right now.
Yeah. In hindsight, you gotta say, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
Who got
SGA
the
wasn't supposed to be this good. I followed him in Kentucky. SGA was not supposed to be a megastar. And as good as Jay Will and Chet Holmgren are, they're not at that level or near it yet. They're great,
No.
but their depth is phenomenal. The players off the bench are phenomenal. They're a great team. That's why I'm not really disrespecting them by saying no, they're not a super team. But I think that term has changed, like I said.
Yeah. Randy?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Blaze and Rios. This is not like quote unquote super team build as brought a superstar over from this team, traded for another superstar from that team. It's homegrown built superstars. Yeah, they traded for SGA. Yeah, they might have made a move and got Isaiah Joe and this, that, and the third. But it's like they've done the right moves and then they built around it. Like bringing Isaiah Hartenstein and trading Josh Giddey to get Alex Caruso. Like they brought in the right guys that had the pedigree, the dog mentality. They just need to show the younger guys that when stuff got tough, like this is basically how to do it. And watching last night more than anything, that Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey trade is Giddey might turn out to be something maybe not great, but maybe just a couple time All-Star. But getting Alex Caruso the way they did and what he's doing and what he's bringing out of Case and Wallace, like oh my god, I wish heaven now Case and Wallace would have fell a couple more spots to the Raptors when we took Grady Dick over him, because man, that kid is gonna be a stud in this league. And you just keep going down the list, like Blaze said, it's just like another guy who gets more playing minutes. This guy could be awesome. It's just like got to give props to Sam Presti. They were hey, sorry, Alku, but they were a bit of a laughing stock for a little bit there, when they didn't have anybody. But who really is when you hit rock bottom and you lose a Kevin Durant, you lose a Westbrook, you lose a Harden, you lose a Serge Ibaka. You're gutted from the inside out in a sense. So it takes a bit to rebuild, and they did it the right way. They showed the league, like both Rios and Blaze said, this is how you build a new super team. You build it from the ground up with decent moves here and there, and you just hope they work out.
So for me, it's about the picks that they got. I don't care about much of the players, right? The players are good. Players are great, but they don't last forever. They don't. So you got to protect your future investments. And look what they have here. They have all these picks. If the Sixers did not get the third pick outside the sixth, the Thunder would have got that pick. The Thunder would have got the seventh pick.
Insane.
If that happened, Blaze, how would you feel if that happened?
I mean, that's the way the ball bounces, for lack of a better term. But I'm glad Randy brought that up, because I think getting Caruso for Giddey was to win now. Because Caruso's seasoned. He's coming off the bench and he is a veteran. Giddey, like Randy just said, he's got tons of talent. He's going to be better and better and better, but he's not there yet. Giddey wasn't going to be a difference maker where Caruso can be. Caruso and Hartenstein, that's huge pickups. That's like the Bruce Brown and those that Boston had.
They won the offseason.
And those are
Sixers did, because they got Paul George.
And those are bottom of the barrel free agent signings. They didn't make a ton of headlines, but they are major contributors for teams playing in the finals.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
And
they
it's
have to
lazy.
win the title. They have to win the title now. That's the caveat. They're going to be the
I think
favorite
they
no matter what, whoever comes out the East. They have to finish the job and win the title. I still say it's a successful season if they make it to the finals, but I'm sure RQ and Thunder's fans aren't going to say that because they've been number one all year. They're the favorites. They should win it.
Yeah.
No, if
I
you're the
think
top
they,
team in the league 2 years in a row and you don't win a championship in that time frame, yeah, going to be a lot of questions.
And
Not
how
only
long can
that, then you had your best player lead the league was the MVP. It's like Rio said, a lot more questions than answers.
How long can you
Yeah.
hold on to the team too? Mitch has always talked about it. Boston, they're not going to be the same team next year. They can't. They can't afford it. The way the cap is structured now kind of keeps teams away from being able to get 3 max contracts. I mean, it can happen but very rarely. You're screwing yourself on the bench if you do that.